Funding cuts. Good fundraising message strategy? Yes or no? That's a question that is before a lot of you as you start to think about how you're going to frame up your fundraising for year end and how you're going to start to craft that message. Hi, it's Amy from AMPO here. And this is a question that I have been pondering a lot. And I've been getting asked about year end messaging already from folks that are starting to plan out their strategy for how they want to approach year end. And the question that I'm getting asked is, should we talk about funding cuts? Should we talk about funding cuts that maybe have already happened to a program? Should we talk about potential funding cuts that we see coming on the horizon? Should that be part of our message strategy? And normally, I would say, yeah, that could cause a sense of urgency with your donors. That's one of the things that we need in order to really create an effective fundraising message is what's the urgency? And so that urgency now would be the funding cut or the potential funding cut, and that we're preparing for it. But right now, there's a lot of people that have this same message. They have this same thing that is happening to them. So in that marketplace where things start to sound very similar and very alike, does it make sense to go out with a message to build that sense of urgency on that funding cut? And I think no. I don't think that that is going to be the message that is going to raise the most money here at year end. I think the message that's going to raise the most money at year end is going to be one that is forward looking. It is going to be one that's going to cast a vision for the future and what could be for the organization. And so for that, you're going to need to go to your strategic plan. You're going to need to go find your strategic plan, and you're going to find those priorities that were laid out long before the cuts were, part of our conversation. And what were those things that your organization was planning to do? Was it program expansion? Was it adding something new? Was it a new community? Was it, what was it? What were those things that people were really excited about? And I would pull some of those out and use that for the urgency. That the urgency is even greater now that we need this program expansion, that we need this new, we need this new widget, whatever that is that you need. And I think that is going to be the message that is going to land best with donors during year end. So there we go. That's my tip. That's what's on my mind. If you disagree, if you've got some other thoughts, put them in the comments, reach out to me. I would love to hear from you. Have a great week, everyone.